Yo, what's up, guys? What's up? I'm good. How about you? For all the people who were here yesterday, we had this ES set up right after the stream inside the VIP group, and I shared everything there. In ES, we had this one here. Pretty nice market maker sell model into the lows here. So we got everything back from the losses from the loss streak. And in the micros in NQ, we did the same. I scalped in the 1 second. We had this one here on the and this one here on the live stream. Then I had a break even, and then on the second time frame I scalped these into the lows down here. So, and I added a little bit, so we are at almost 5k now. For all who are wondering. And we will go from here. Just treat it as a live account, normal live account. I try to get it up as high as possible. Doing it live. What I'm looking at currently is, if you look at in ES, the daily lows down here, they are way too smooth. It left a lot of buy-side liquidity as well, but because we have these things going on in the world and everything, and we are currently going out of this range here, I like the engineered lows down here. In NQ, we don't have that, so there is SMT divergence. We have to see how today's price action is going to behave, because on the 1 hour time frame, like I said yesterday, I'm more interested in the sell side first, and then ideally run into the buy side. So we had this busy here with the order block, touched that already in NQ, and in ES we did overshoot it a little bit, but we are trading within the new week opening gap here. So the sells are down here pretty clean, the buy side as well. But as I said, I'm more favored into the sells are down here. So if we see a run lower below the new week opening gap, I would like that. Because we also have 3 dress pattern in here. So let's go into NQ 1 minute chart. All right, so open range gap is okay, more than 120 handles. Let's see on the 15. I think we can delete this one here. Yeah, I like this new week opening gap as a draw, to be honest. We had the run on the buy side here already. A value gap here. I'm going to wait for the first presentation, I think. I don't like this 15 seconds CB here as an entry. We have equal highs up here. And ES definitely looks weaker, so I'm more focused on ES, I think, due to the daily lows. The next target would be the low down here. So yeah, pretty much waiting for first presentation. Definitely like a continuation lower. I'm going to wait if it wants to run the buy side here again before it goes lower. And if it completely shoots above the CB here and the CB here, then the opening range gap midpoint would be something to watch on. But I'm also looking at the 5-minute CB here. So it can easily just go above that. First presentation might be the 933. What happened with their account? I got something back from, or I got everything back from the losses in ES here yesterday. Then in NQ, I scalped in the 1 seconds into the lows down here, or no, this one here. So this one down here. I shared everything inside the VIP group, and then I added a little bit to the account. So we are currently sitting at almost 5K. Only profit is $520. So from the 1K initially, 520, so 52%, and then I added 3,000 euros, so converted into USD. And we will go from here in the live stream. I just like to have the ability to trade more than one micro. And I want to run this account up as high as possible. And from there, if the conditions are better, I will convert it into the Robin's Cup. But I don't have the permission to stream the Robin's Cup, so yeah. But for everyone who thinks this is a demo account, if you look at the bottom left here, it says AMP Live. Right, so I'm looking at the 5-minute CB here with the bodies. First presentation created at 9:33. It would be invalid, the short setups. I mean, we did trade into this order block here, and in ES, we did trade into the New Week opening gap. The bodies here on the 1 hour are respecting now this New Week opening gap and this busy. So I don't have a clear draw, to be honest, for today, at least. Because I think these lows here, they are very jagged. So this is also a 3 drives pattern. And because we are in this market maker buy model, it does not have to complete its buy model here because we are currently bearish on the daily time frame, or neutral going into bearishness. But still, we have to be nimble, and once it trades above this opening range gap, for example, then these buy setup here would be an easy target. So we simply wait for more information here. And no clear draw means no trade. I'm not forcing anything. The most important thing in trading is having a draw, because entries are everywhere, but if they are low probability or high probability, is it comes down to where your draw and liquidity is. Yeah, Scalpmaxxing, because we are going to scalp on the seconds time frame most often, even on the 1 seconds. It does not mean I take 100 trades per day. It just means I'm looking for the highest probability on the seconds time frames. Yeah, so far the first presentation is acting as a breakaway gap and this one as a measurement gap. And we are currently not seeing the continuation. We are trading at the lower quadrant of this open range gap. Usually when you have 120 handles gap or larger, then you want to see a continuation from the lower quadrant. But if we don't see that, it can simply go back into the range. I explained it in the beginning of this live stream. I just basically I made everything back from the losses we had yesterday and the day before. So we were at 52% from the 1K initially, and I added 3K euros. So that converted into USD. We are in the, so basically we are now at almost 5K. And from here we're going to go ham. I just want to have the ability to take more micros to leave a runner or to take partials. That's the main reason. That's not fair. What do you mean? I mean, the percentage is the same, right? 10% on a 1K or 10% on the 5K, percentage is the same. These equal lows. You mean on the daily time frame? I mean on NQ we don't have the equal lows now, but in ES we do. So I'm kind of interested in the sell side here, yes. But it might go into the buy side again once more because we are still trading inside this range here, right? There's still no clear draw on the higher time frame. If we stay high, yeah, it has a lot of buy side to be honest. Oh, you mean previous day high from here, right? This is the Tuesday high. Previous day high. These highs are also pretty clean. I'm gonna mark this. But I don't have a draw right now. But you can see how it's leaving a lot of equal highs in here with lows being jagged. But the daily lows equal as well, so kinda hard to tell. And in NQ, what do we have here? I mean, this previous high, we do have SMT divergence here on the highs. I like that for ES because ES is weaker. I like the sell side here for ES. I like the daily low down there. So maybe we will focus more on Nasdaq. Sorry, on S&P, not Nasdaq. So it's, how much do we have here in terms of range? 17 handles. I mean, for ES it's fine. So somewhere around here. But ES also has the buy setup here. S&T there as well. I like the CB here on the 15 seconds. It's 15, 16 handles. It did not take the high here going into the first presentation, unfortunately. I'm gonna take one micro here. It's very small risk anyways. I will add once we draw lower here. And you can see NQ still makes a larger range here, but ES is the one with the weaker highs and the sell side liquidity. I wanted to add here on the CB on the 5 seconds. It did not hit the 50% of that. That's fine. Still a good trade. Let's see on ES here. I'm going to close the trade once we hit the ES sell side liquidity instead of the micros, because I'm just looking at ES, the mini, to have an analyzing and everything, and use the micros for entries. But this one up here would have been the best entry on the 15 seconds. I would like to have an entry, a re-entry to leave a runner, but it's also fine. All right. Not much to say about it, right? I mean, I could have re-entered here, get more micros in, it's fine. So we're now officially above 5K and $39. All right. So that was just trading based on SMTs. You can see NQ did higher highs here, even though NQ has a larger range here compared to ES, to be honest. It was better to trade on ES. So we had a really nice win here. But if you now look at the 1K initially, what we added into the account, this would have been, again, 8% on the 1K. So we would now be up 60% on the 1K. But because I added something, that's why we are now at 5K, now above 5K. Let's see. All right, you can see NQ did almost trade into the New York opening gap here, the lower one. ES did trade into the sell side down here. NQ as well, but ES has better equal low zone here. So I'm going to stay a little bit longer now, just a few minutes. We got a great scalp here on the 5 seconds and 15. And I still want to go for a run today. Look at the buy side up here for ES. So pretty nice exit here, and you can see how the lows here now are jagged. If you look on the 1 seconds, for example, I mean, you can scale down as much as you want, but you can see low here, low here, low here, low here. So these are jagged lows. Then you have this run to the upside. This basically could have been traded into deeper retracements, for example, the 15 seconds. From here to, for example, this CB with the bear shoulder block. Okay, let's look at the buy side up here. Possibly a run. And buy side up here. And a CB up here. I'm looking at the 1 minute, the first presentation here, if I can reach above that. And about my stop loss management on this one here, I just put it on the wick 50% just above that, because this CB here, this 15-second CB, the next candle is here, and it's above the 50% of this wick. So I don't want to see it go into this deep into the range here again. It's permissible to trade once more into the 15-second CB because we have equal highs in here, and it just rated that. So we are looking at this first presentation here, this rate on the buy side, because if it's now going to trade below this BC here, then it might use that as inversion to continue. Otherwise, we will trade above this CB here and use this wick here as a discount to then trade into the buy sides. The challenge is going well, man. Initially, from the 1K, we are now up 60%, 65%, something around that. But we added a little bit. I added a little bit into the account. So if you want to do the math, we are 600 in profit or 650. So the initial starting balance with the add-on would be at 4.4K. Yeah, 4.4K. And from now, we're going to scale it up. So you can see the buy side waited. It did not reach above the SEBI here, so this might be then inversion. And I'm also looking at the 1 minute busy here, or the balanced price range. So it might just reach once more lower, make the lows even more jagged, and later in the day, attack the buy side liquidity pools. NQ looks quite decent here with the CB and the breaker. The goal, I don't have a goal, no, 10k. The goal would be, I don't know, 100k. I have no idea. I'm going to stop when I start the Robins Cup. But I don't want to start the Robins Cup now. I will start it in probably June, July, maybe August. Because when I really go ham and I do the math, 4 months, 5 months is enough, I would say. All right, you can see it did touch the first presentation here from there, I just did. So this low, let's see if we can revisit that. The 15, we did not have any CB entry here, similar to NQ. So let's see if NQ did touch the new week opening gap. Not yet. It's down here. All right, this current new week opening gap. Let's see if it can touch it with ES going into this low here. So at the account, I can update it real quick. The account is at 5039.61. And you can see, even though I don't have a higher probability draw on the higher time frame, we can get these kind of scalp opportunities. I mean, in ES 15 handles, that's quite good if you compare that to NQ. Now go to NQ, for example, on the 15 seconds from, yeah, something around here, right? It's 90 handles. So it's quite a good run in ES. All right, ES did trade into the low once more. NQ did trade into the new week opening gap here. I'm going to dip now. It was a short stream, 30 minutes. But you can see scalping opportunities are there every single day. And we broke the losing streak, first of all. I mean, it was not a big losing streak. We had 3 losses or something, not a big of a deal. But yeah, new week opening gap here. I'm looking at that for later as well. And in ES, we are looking at if it can reach up into the buy sides here after it did trade into deeper discounts. The rest of it will be inside the VIP group once again, like yesterday. I hope you liked it, and you can see how simple it can be to trade on the 15 seconds and 5 seconds. It's not that hard, to be honest. I mean, on the 1 minute, you can take this one as an entry as well. That's fine, but everything after is not quite well as an entry for the 1 minute chart. So yeah, I will be back tomorrow. I don't know if we have any news. Let's see. yeah, we do have 8:30 and 10 a.m. That's perfect. All right, so I will catch you tomorrow in the AM session again, and be safe.